is MoBuzz TV on April 2nd. I'm Karina, and let's just get this first one out of the way quickly. According to CNET, who talked to some sort of singular salesperson, June 11th, which is also the start of Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference, is the big date for the release of the iPhone. Go circle it on your calendar, change your vacation days, or simply ignore this information. Whatever you feel is necessary. Well, until the iPhone gets out, we won't know what kind of people buy it, but Nielsen Media Research has done an interesting study on what kinds of people are associated with what brands of mobile phones currently on the market. The study was done in Australia, and it's an interesting glimpse into people's perceptions. For example, what brand do you suppose is associated with folks who are, quote, fashion conscious, under 24, fun seekers, and individualistic? Motorola, yes. And what about people described as, quote, family-minded, middle-aged managers, balance seekers, health-conscious? Ha! Nokia's the old fogey's phone. Well, whatever phone you have, if you're in China, you better not do anything naughty with it, okay? The Chinese government is cracking down on mobile smut, and now anyone caught sending porn via mobile could face a fine equivalent to about $400 and up to 2 weeks in prison. And that's not just dirty pictures, that's dirty text messages as well, which begs the question, what counts as a pornographic text message? Is that like dirty jokes? Harsh. Here's something else kinda harsh. Having your home, your life, and your city destroyed in a massive hurricane. Then feeling like your country has ignored your problem. Then, 19 months later, looking on Google Maps and finding they've replaced the images of destruction with pre-hurricane photos. Like it all never happened. Yep. That's what some New Orleans residents have been a bit alarmed by. Residents had used the Google satellite images to tell the world, or just their insurance companies, about their plight, and the change frustrates those who feel authorities are trying to make things look better than they really are. Said one resident, quote, Google, don't pull the wool over the world's eyes. Let the truth shine. Alrighty, on to some online video weirdness, or maybe it's coolness, you never know. Today is the debut on MySpace of an 80-episode online series. It was created with a budget of $100,000, more than the average YouTube celeb, but chump change for Hollywood. The man behind it is former Disney head honcho Michael Eisner, so you know every one of those 90-second episodes will be art. Here's the trailer. Prom Queen. Sounds like teens, sex, bitch fights over who gets to be prom queen. Maybe the trailer just doesn't do it justice though. We'll hope. Now we take a moment to look at Mexico, where the authorities in Mexico City have thought up a super fun way to combat gun violence. They're offering an Xbox to anyone who turns in a small caliber firearm, and full-on computers to those who turn in the big guns. The aim is to reduce street violence associated with the drug trade, and on the program's first day, 17 people turned in guns. Maybe if this takes off, the drug gangs will use their new gear to post videos on YouTube of them kicking each other's butts playing some game instead of those videos of execution-style killings they currently so enjoy. Maybe. A legal victory to announce today. Ages ago, we told you of a British woman living and working in Paris who was fired from her job because of her blog. Catherine Sanderson wrote a fairly popular personal blog called Petite Anglaise, which her employers, Dixon Wilson, claimed brought the company into disrepute. So they fired her, even though she used a pseudonym, barely ever mentioned her work, and never mentioned her employers by name. Well, if you think that's a bit of an overreaction, a Paris court agrees with you. They've awarded her a year's salary and legal costs. Log on. And lastly, well, it doesn't really matter where the story comes, does it? First, last, what's the big deal, right? Anyways, rankings are in from the World Economic Forum listing the world's most technologically innovative nations. US, dude, we've slipped a bit. Formerly at number 1, the United States has slid back to number 7. The new top tech dog is Denmark, followed by Sweden, Singapore, Finland, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. Then after the US, Iceland, the UK, and Norway round out the top 10. What is it with Scandinavia creaming the rest of the world in tech? It's probably that ridiculously high standard of living and level of education. Damn them! That's it for today. Until next time, what's your favorite cheesy American movie involving the prom? There are like hundreds to choose from.